Hello and welcome everyone. I want to show you the 8KX because I spent so much time with the Crystal Light, the OG Crystal and now the Crystal Super, and I was tidying up my room and I found the 8KX. It collected much dust, as you can see, but I was curious if this device is still good in 2025, because I know when the 8KX was released, the current high-end GPU was something like the 2080 Ti or the Titan, and I know when I bought the 8KX, I only got the 1080 Ti and then I got the 3090. Then when the 4090 came out, the OG Crystal already was available. So basically I put the 8KX into my cupboard and never used it again, or kind of never used it again. But I spent a little time with it now, and I have to say this is pretty interesting. Of course, we now have Studio Form. Shout out to Dave, he's doing an amazing job. And also the DMAs, we know them. Yeah, the funny thing is some people have problems with shaking DMAs. I'm not one of them. And yeah, also with the 8KX power plays, very, very nice audio booster are possible to use. And look at this. If you look at the lenses, I hope I can capture this quite well. Compare the lenses, come on, isn't it beautiful? Those things are huge. I mean, and you know, it's not all about the lenses. This thing was so ahead of its time. For example, I already told you that when it was released, the 2080 Ti was like the king of the hill. And I want to show you some very cool things about the device. So, for example, it's a Lighthouse only PCVR headset, but there was this amazing feature, and I really don't know why not other brands are hopping on this train, because there was this 9-axis mode. So it's basically a mode where you can use the 8KX without any base stations. So, for example, if you just want to play seated games or like Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can use the 9-axis mode and you don't need a base station. So you can see no base stations are visible now. And if I start Steam VR, and I go to display VR view, you will see that I can move the device, but it's like it only got 3 degrees of freedom. So it's like basically like the, what was it called, the Oculus Go. Yeah, I know. It is right now. It's not that good, because if you're like flying in a flight simulator, you want to look forward or up and down and everything. But some people are just sitting in the flight simulator with the perfect position and want to look with 3 degrees of freedom. So it would be possible with this device. And for example, VR1, the Big Screen Beyond, Shifter, Meganex, they all need at least one base station. I mean, yeah, we don't know how long base stations will be available. So I think this is a very cool feature, which maybe not everybody is aware of. The weird thing is, I'm lacking some refresh rate modes. I don't know why, but I can remember that there was a 72 and also 60 hertz mode and even a 120 hertz mode. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was one really cool thing about the 8KX. See this? This very nice and flexible fiber optics cable. I would pay good money if this was possible for the Crystal Light or Crystal Super. And the really insane thing is, you only have your DisplayPort connection and your USB connection, so no external power or whatsoever. This is very cool. So I mean, if I look at the PSVR 2, I mean, Sony also can achieve just using one cable and a very thin cable. But for example, these two cables are pretty similar. I mean, I think the PSVR 2 cable is king. So yeah, that's that. Coming back to the settings of the Crystal, oh sorry, the 8KX. Yeah, we know all the things like screen timeout, etc. But look at this. You have so many settings to change the field of view. Back then it was called potato mode. Now it's called ultra narrow. I don't find it very suiting. Potato mode, I find it very funny. Narrow, normal, and wide. And I mean, shout out to Pimax. They achieved to use just one software for kind of all their products. That's pretty cool. So this is the latest Pimax Play version. I just plugged in the device and it's working. So also upscaler is working, and yeah, I mean, you got the fixed foveated rendering. There is no eye tracking, and yeah, if we look at the bare numbers, so I already showed you SteamVR, and as you can see, when I click on settings, I have this value per eye. So imagine back then with the 2080 Ti shoveling so many pixels. So this device was definitely way ahead from its time. But get this. There you see this little option, which is only available with the 8KX because of the very wide field of view. And if I click this option, there is an explanation. So it's basically for old VR games which doesn't support this ultra wide view. I mean, I don't know the technical terms behind it, but it's basically a distortion profile which enables old VR games like Project Car 1 or something to get the ultra wide field of view. But get this, I have to restart SteamVR, I have to apply. Now the parallel projection mode is enabled, and now I start SteamVR and get a load of this. So now, because of the distortion profile, I need to render like 8,000 pixels. So even back then, an undervolted, overclocked whatsoever 2080 Ti or even a Titan 3090, 4090, it was way too less power to play with this resolution, like with full details. So I made a little chart for you. As you can see, King of the Hill is the ultra-wide module with like nearly 80 million pixels. Then the 50 ppd also very close to 80 million pixels. And then already the 8KX with activated parallel projection, which are 64 million pixels in total. So we got the pre-production unit from the U macro OLED module, which is pretty good with 43 million pixels. My favorite is the 57 ppd module, because you have 40 million pixels to render. I think it's the sharpest image possible right now. And yeah, the last one is the 8KX with 31 million pixels total. So I think if you got a 8KX somewhere laying around and you're blessed with the 5090, you should definitely try to plug it in and give it a go, because I played Assetto Corsa, and now with the 5090 I can boost up the resolution to 100% native resolution. I can activate what's it called, the anti-aliasing stuff. I don't need any upscaler, and I have this really huge FOV. So let me just quickly, I got the VR tools somewhere here, HMDQ, just a second. Whoopsie. Yeah, as you can see, we got beautiful 160 degrees horizontal field of view, which is, yeah, it's basically, if I have to explain it, it kind of feels like just looking at a very small edge, a black edge on the side. So it's barely noticeable in my case. Yeah, I think 170 would be the peak, so I wouldn't see any borders on the side. So this is very cool. And yeah, when I started this little experiment, I thought to myself, okay, I have an 8KX plugged into my computer. I can power on the Lighthouse mode. Is it working? Is it not working? Yeah, as you can see, the headset immediately connects to the base stations. There should be at least 3 visible. Maybe the 4th one also is visible somewhere. Yeah, or not. So let's see if the screen mirror, yeah, you can see the screen mirror is now working. I have 6 degrees tracking, 6 degrees of freedom tracking. Come on. And I was wondering, so right now I'm using the 8KX, and I also plugged in my Crystal Super with the Lighthouse faceplate mod. You know, I made a video about it. Oh, there are 4 base stations now. I made a video about it, and the cool thing is, so the first question I had was, is it possible? Yeah. Is it possible to use 2 devices simultaneously with one account? Because I'm logged in with my account on both devices. And yeah, it seems like it's possible. Let me just start SteamVR here. Or not. Oh yeah, we all know this one. You can see it's, I prepared this setup here, but obviously I did not start SteamVR, so it's not working. Oh, but yeah, another question. I'm using 2 Lighthouse devices with, come on. So is SteamVR starting? Yes, it's launching. Come on, this is, Yeah, I'm not using the laptop every day for VR, so you know the deal when not launching Steam every day, you will have so many updates, and this is the result. Me standing here like a fool waiting to... But I think the tracking already is going bananas. So I have this lighthouse set up here. Are they interfering with each other? I never thought about it because I never used two lighthouse system. But there is something happening. Come on, launch this stupid Steam VR. Aha, okay. This is pretty cool. So it looks like I have two Lighthouse devices. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is working. Maybe I should just quickly go to full screen. And where was it? Just a second. Start up. I want the play area. No, what's it called? The Steam Home. Yes, that's it. And also here. Settings. Steam Home. Yeah. So now we will see. Okay, this is normal because the base stations are not tracking the headset. So this is looking good. Whoa. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I don't think that anybody tried using two Pimax devices with one account at the same time in the same room with Lighthouse. So, yeah, seems like it is working. And now they're making out. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. It was just like I saw the 8KX and I wanted to show you how good the device is even in 2025. And if you get your hands on a cheap one, second-hand, maybe consider buying one, because I don't know when we will see something like this with this very, very nice lenses and yeah, with this huge field of view. All right, I don't think there is any more left to say. Just you can see my notebook is dying of performance issues. Oh yeah, there is one more thing. I tried the 8KX on the laptop and it's not working. The laptop is giving me the error code, please deactivate the onboard GPU, the chip, but it is deactivated, and as you can see, the Crystal Super is working, also the light, the OG. I tried everything with this one, but never the 8KX, and the 8KX is not working with the laptop. I tried I tried 3 different adapters, and it's not an issue with the adapter. So yeah, and this is the one, the last model, and I don't think if this one has AMD support, but there is one version of the 8KX which supports AMD GPUs and one which doesn't. But this is the latest version of it. So yeah. Okay, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask me, and yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.